Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with another brew review, and as promised I would start doing some team weeks this year. First one is already starting from today, Wednesday, until Saturday. We are going to have 4, maybe I'll take Sunday into account as well, 5 Baltic Porters. Why? Because this Saturday, 17th of January, is Baltic Porter Day. This is a worldwide thing. It's not something that I made up, but it is something that is worth mentioning. Why? First off, the Antwerp Beer College, of which I am a board member, we organize some happenings in Antwerp around this, but I also hold the opinion that you should explore every style, and you don't have to like or love every style, but you do have to know what you're talking about. And I don't mean everyone, I don't hold everyone accountable to that, but if you are a self-proclaimed beer geek, as we all are, you should check these things out. Now, I have this little bag here. I already unboxed it a few weeks ago, but we will have to check out the content as well. Now, this holds 4 Baltic Porters by 4 Polish breweries. Why? Because this year's theme is the Polish Soul Edition. And I'm sorry for crying all the time. I have allergies and yeah, shit happens. Now, it is backwards here. Why? Because I was looking at the sides of this box. This one is distributed by Pinta, one of the breweries in here. It is a collaboration between Nepomuk and between Moonlark, Marienstad and Pinta itself. And I think that we ought to start with Pinta, first off because they are the distributor, but secondly because, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they actually added the simplest Baltic Porter. By that I mean we have 4 Baltic Porters, one with Polish hops, that is by Pinta, one is called Polish Forest, and that is with pine needles and all, one with Polish cherries, and one with bison grass. And I do think that those last 3 are more prone to my imagination and more interesting in that way. But that doesn't mean that Pinta brewed a simple or a bad beer, so I want to start with that one because I want to assess a base. Now, before we start, I should maybe add a little word about what a Baltic Porter actually is, and it's actually fairly simple. A Baltic Porter is a porter just like we know from the UK porters, which is very, very closely related to stouts, but there are some differences, and a Baltic Porter, for example, is mostly brewed towards 20-22 degrees Plato, so quite dense, fairly high in alcohol quite often. And the main difference is that not just that the Baltic Porter is from the area around the Baltic Sea, so Poland and countries around there, but it is also a lager and not an ale, so it is not top fermented, it is bottom fermented. That in itself is already quite the difference. So let's see what they gave us. And here we go, the Baltic Porter with Polish hops. So Pinta Brewery in, I don't want to pronounce this, Wieprz. I should ask my Polish friends to do this for me. But no, this is from Pinta Craft Brewing. And what do they tell us? For Baltic Porter Day 2026, we're continuing our tradition of pairing classic porter with bold hopping. Pinta Baltic Porter Polish hops offers classic parameters but a stronger than usual dose of Polish hops. The pioneering Isabella and Octavia varieties. I have honestly never heard of both of them. Which teleport us to the turn of the 1980s and 1990s. So let's celebrate and experience. I can really get behind that. 22 Play-Dohs, 9% ABV, non-filtered, but it is pasteurized. Oh, cool. So they add a QR code with the full list of ingredients. Interesting. All right, let's have a look at this because I'm really, really curious. And like I said, I'm going to try to get my hands on some extra Baltic Porters, or at least one, so we can make it till Sunday instead of just to Saturday. Also, this was technically rather expensive because we don't actually have an importer in Belgium. Well, we have one, but he only took like 10 of these boxes. So I had to get this from a shady Dutch website and I paid 27 euros for it, while actually store price is about 16, 17, 18 euros, at least under 20. So normally this would be about $5 a pop, which is a pretty good price if you ask me. Unfortunately, now I paid a lot more, but oh well. So yeah, Pinta and Baltic Porter, they, if you guys are watching, and there's actually a fair chance that they would, next year, just hook us up with like 50 of these and we'll just resell them then. Okay, back to the beer. Beautiful color. It looks pitch black from far, but it has the loveliest deep red-brown color ever. So very classic porter stout like. I am very curious for the grain bill of these beers as well. A lot of toasted and roasted malts, of course, but yeah, beautiful color, absolutely. Also some thick, dense foam, lovely, creamy landscape. Yeah, I feel like going skiing again. Although maybe not on this snow, because it is like the dark beige variety. It's dirty snow. But yeah, looks beautiful. Oh wow. First thing I got in the nose is, not surprisingly, roasty aromas, like burnt aromas, all the classics. But immediately afterwards followed hops. Whew. They weren't lying, they really did hop this very well. And then the subtleties arise. I get some licorice actually. I wonder if they've used herbs. But yeah, mainly burnt malt, roasted malt, a tiny hint of licorice, and a lot of hops. Wow. I am not familiar with these Isabella and Octavia hops, but I am very, very eager to find out. So yeah, cheers. Oh wow. Oh, this is pure liquid licorice. I thought it was a bit subtle in the nose and it might be a byproduct of something, but holy smokes. Yeah, first off, a lot of those roasty burnt flavors, very typical burnt toasted bread. Quite charcoaly, but of course that is everything that is burnt. But a lot of licorice in the initial flavor. yeah, it's like a liquid licorice. It also has a quite thick mouthfeel. So going from 22 degrees Plato to 9% leaves about 4-ish degrees Plato, so not too much sugar left over. It's not sweet, it's not sticky, but it is quite dense, very thick, very, I want to say creamy, but it's not that. It's more like gravy-like texture. It is quite boozy. At the same time, a bit refreshing, which is very counterintuitive. But it is quite boozy. You really, really, really get out that 9%. At the same time, very hoppy, but quite piney, quite resiny. Very interesting. Look at that flow. So it is quite dense, actually. Beautiful amount of carbonation as well. This is actually technically brewed to perfection. The after flavor is very strong as well. I'll keep saying it, charcoal, ash, but in the after flavor, a lot of bitterness, a lot of dryness. It's actually, the bitterness and the hoppiness really lingers. So it's a beautiful taste progression from roasty to ashy to bitter and dry. Yeah. And I think this is perfect for this period as well. So that's probably the setup of this whole thing. But I think the third Saturday of January is spot on when it comes to timing. Yeah, very pleasant mouthfeel as well. Okay, I'm actually having some trouble assessing this. I am struggling to score this beer. Why? Like I said, it is technically and feel-wise, it is brewed to perfection or close to it. So that really only leaves my personal taste. Honestly, I love dry, I love hoppy. This is slightly too strong for me, but I do think this is an absolutely mind-blowing, cool experiment. Oh. I am thinking 375 for this one. Now, I already knew that Pinta was a fantastic brewery because I've had some of their beers with my Polish friend Jats. But yeah, I am looking forward to checking out many more of them. So whenever I come across them, and actually I do have a supplier, so we might get a slightly longer Pinta playlist. Okay, 375 it is. Beautiful color, lovely scent, great aroma, and very interesting flavor profile. So, well deserved 375 as well. If this is the standard, I think that we are gonna see some pretty high scores in the next days. But until then, yeah, I'd love to see you guys again tomorrow and the 2 days after that for the rest of this package. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, remarks, or whatever, if you need me for any reason, email me. If you want to support this channel, share a video, visit the Patreon page, buy me a beer, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with the next video. Tough choice. Anywho, cheers.